News.
On the hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Matt Piper in New York. Stick with Pfizer and Moderna COVID-19 vaccines and say no to Johnson & Johnson. That new word from CDC advisors over rare blood clotting. CBS's Alexander Tin.
After an hours-long meeting today discussing new data around the very rare but serious blood clotting side effects that have led to 9 deaths out of 16 million Americans who received Johnson & Johnson's COVID-19 vaccine, the CDC's outside vaccine advisors voted unanimously today to recommend preferring Pfizer and Moderna shots instead. The very rare risk appears highest in women under 50, and the CDC's advisors acknowledged it should remain an option for people who can't or won't receive the other brands.
They were kidnapped 2 months ago today, but Christian Aid Ministries says its remaining members who were in Haiti have been freed from a gang that's been holding them hostage. Most are Americans. Gary Pierre is with the Haitian Times.
I don't see how this is going to end anytime soon, particularly since the government does not have the wherewithal, the power, and the resources to combat these gangs who are better armed than the Haitian National Police.
Facebook's parent corporation says it shut down about 1,600 accounts tied to companies that may have been spying on activists, journalists, and dissidents.
I'm Peter King. So-called cyber mercenaries monitor publicly available information, but Facebook parent Meta says the 7 companies linked to these accounts also use fake online identities to build trust with their targets and sometimes hack into their targets' accounts. Meta's security chief says these companies were based in Israel, China, and India, generally sell their services to the highest bidder, and may have spied on as many as 50,000 people. They're now being notified.
It's been 6 days since tornadoes leveled parts of Kentucky, and Governor Andy Beshear today says 16 people remain missing.
You know, I look forward in the weeks to come when, while we won't have rebuilt, people can walk down their streets without rubble.
At least 5 people are dead following severe weather last night in a storm system across the Great Plains and Midwest. The Drug Enforcement Administration just announced a bust of fake prescription pills being sold online and on social media. The counterfeit drugs contain fentanyl in lethal doses, says DEA Administrator Ann Milgram.
The amount of fentanyl that the DEA and our law enforcement partners have seized this year is enough to kill every single American.
And just like that, days after being killed off on the Sex and the City reboot, word today that actor Chris Noth is being accused of sexual assault by 2 women. He denies the allegations. The Dow lost 30. This is CBS News.
Well, that's today's news. Today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I want to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cam News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that heavy jazz. Bye-bye, everybody.